when somebody decides I want to do some training, the list of places you could potentially go to is vast, and the promises made are unbelievable. But normally what people tend to do is, right, they go have a look at this and they go and have a look and see if anybody's done it before, or they look at forums and stuff. And I think it's all about other people's experience that will dictate whether somebody actually goes and does it. Hi, I'm Tom. I run the i2i Motorcycle Academy with my wife Emma. What we're trying to do is we're trying to create a safe environment for people of all different levels of experience, all different levels of riding ability, to be able to come and test out essentially two main things. One, how bikes actually work, how the mechanics of a bike make it work, and combine that with an awareness of how our bodies work. We tend to cover stability, understanding grip, change in direction, braking, slow riding. All of these things represent, in different situations, anxiety or potential lack of confidence in riders. So we had sports bikes, cruiser bikes, adventure bikes. We get all these different types of people after one goal: to become more confident, to be safer, and to enjoy their biking more. The results normally speak for themselves. You normally find people who are quite nervous in the morning, eventually in the afternoon become really, really happy, relaxed, calm, and that's essentially what makes a good rider. A good rider is an aware rider, a calm rider, and a rider who knows how the machine works. Confidence is what you were looking for. Did you feel that when you were doing that, it was easier than you'd expected? How did you get on?
100%. You made it look easy, but it actually really was, and I really enjoyed it. It was so cool. That's why I ride a bike.
And it's amazing.
Just understanding this kind of the physics and the dynamics of my bike, and being able to do the slow speed, having that little input and realising what that does. Nothing you'd ever practice on the road. But I think for me, just having that experience of feeling that input and what it does, it's unique, the opportunity to be able to do that. Because this is a completely different type of riding for me. But as has been explained, everything you do transitions into every bike.
Now, whilst on the machine control one day, we teach people how to brake better and how to change direction better, it's still an awareness of teaching them how the techniques work, which is a conscious thing, a very logical thing, and we'll explain them in a way that makes sense. On Machine Control 2, we're trying to develop the rider to a much, much higher level, which unfortunately requires the body to be retrained. So as much as Machine Control 1 focuses on the mind of the rider and helps them understand what the techniques are, Machine Control 2 is trying to show the rider how to teach the body, how to desensitize the body to the amazing G-forces and stuff that can be developed when a rider is actually using these techniques properly. So if you can imagine, Machine Control 1 is all about the mind and telling the rider how this machine works. Machine Control 2 is about an awareness of how the body responds to lean angle forces, braking forces, and accelerating forces. So essentially, what we're having to do is put the riders in a position where they're calm, they feel they're well within their comfort zone, but they're able to push their body's ability to deal with G-forces to a much higher level, but still maintain calm and in control. So that's the main difference between the two courses.
Feeling what the bike can do when you're not even holding the handlebars is fascinating, and it's really opened my eyes to what Tom's telling us and putting it into practice. Definitely enjoyable, and the science behind it's great as well.
I've done a little bit of advanced riding with Rosper, which got recommended this course. But there's a lot more in this than I was expecting. The thing that really stuck out in my mind was the demonstration around the forces that are on the tyre to create the grip. Showing how much the suspension goes down, and showing how much it doesn't go down as much when he puts his full body weight on it. Shows that there's obviously a huge amount of force on that tyre, and that's the thing I've got lack of confidence on. So if I'm going around the corner, I've got this feeling that the bike's going to kind of slide out from under me. I definitely won't have that now. I mean, it's not going to make me too overconfident to start with, but I think I'll put a lot more faith into the bike. It's definitely exceeded expectations, I'll put it that way. At lunchtime I booked the next course, looking forward to that. Even though I'm doing Rosper, this is very different to Rosper, so I think joining them together, I'm hoping it's going to make me a lot safer, a lot better rider. I think it will, definitely.
I said, oh my God, that was a game changer. So all day I've been doing those U-turns kind of with my revs up and really carefully, kind of lots of power, and just learning that last exercise was all about being really light on the steering, and it just changed everything. It just made it effortless. and it made those last U-turns really easy. It's like, I wish I'd known this years ago. My husband's done this course and he loved it as well, so he recommended it, and it's been absolutely brilliant. It will make me not get off and walk the bike round when I can potentially do a tight turn. It will make me much more confident in slow traffic, and also just confident in terms of being able to stop quickly. Just loads and loads more skills, and it'll just make it more fun to ride, really. And the course has been really fun as well. It's been really enjoyable. So, and riding's enjoyable, isn't it? So it just encourages you to do more of it, really.
You can't do Machine Control 2 without having done Machine Control 1. It isn't an experience thing. It isn't a qualified thing. It's literally from a safety point of view. We need to make sure the rider understands what's included in these techniques and why. There's logic behind it. And then on Machine Control 2, we're not worrying that they're going to misinterpret that information and put themselves in a position where they compromise their safety, their own, or damage their bike. We do not want that happening. We understand that riders are coming on their own bikes. They do not want to drop them. They don't want to be doing any damage. And we do our best to promote a safe environment that makes sure we sometimes have to save the rider from themselves, make sure they don't make decisions or book courses that they're not able for, simply because they don't know the content. And so to avoid that, we just insist that Machine Control 1 needs to be done before Machine Control 2. All of our information can be found on the website. We have our own website, i2i, mca.com, and all the events are timed, planned way ahead of time, and the database is always live. So the information is there, and like I said, the customers normally speak for themselves. Give this a try, don't try too hard, have fun while you do it. Okay.